Back 120, 117, fourth and goal, and they might go for a field goal.
It's best, but they're still right
For
in
the
this football
Lions,
game. And if they keep making plays just like that,
Bengals
they're going to give their
defense
offense a
again with the
chance.
stop.
Here's
Get
Michael
a
Badgley
touchdown,
ready for the field goal
or it'll be a
try.
10-point
From the
game
right
for them to
hash,
be
and
at
this one just a chippy. Badgley's
6-point
kick
game.
is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to
Which
6.
they did 123,
So they
123,
got the turnover, started
117
with great
here in the
field
third
position,
quarter.
but in the end, the
The 3
defense able to
interceptions by
hold
Pharaoh.
firm, and they only get 3
Trash
out of it.
in this
And I
damn
like
third
what you
quarter.
said
3
right there. That
interceptions.
defense able to hold firm,
Get 3
backed up
picks
into the shadow of their
in one
own
quarter.
end zone.
That's
Goalpost right
crazy.
behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up
Put
the
up on this
6.
game,
And
baby.
boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Burrow. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Kirby Joseph in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. "51 yards on the punt there, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Gone. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught past the 20. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cincinnati. Joe Burrow with 3 interceptions. 123, 117. Yeah. Ball game, Tuesday Night Football.
Back now at Ford Field.
Last quarter.
It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
This time, if the Lions will get this damn touchdown.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. A shotgun snap for Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to knock this one through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. They'll wind up losing a full. Here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Offside, defense.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted.
Penalty is declined.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is... He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trenton Irwin laying himself out in the end zone. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again in the 4th. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and 4. Now it's gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Here he goes right side. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 67 yards. And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
I'm on football. I'm in straight from trying to steal the bill, trying to end this game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The defense is just trash.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals set to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Short. 2 bigness.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Body open.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Doing a
They're
great
passing
job
here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh, good.
He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes again. And he will take it on in for a Bengal. Trenton Irwin, 63 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
Trying to make this comeback.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. He'll buy some time right. And now the pressure gets there. So he couldn't get rid of the football. That deficit stays right where it is.
I'm doing a 3-point run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out now come the Lions. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the defense closes quickly there, and will get negative yard to the 33. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Stop him. Try to throw the ball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are right back in the football game.
The second play.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off.
Got a touchdown.
If you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
What the defense
a golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
To get back into it, this 3-point game. Great field goal position here. Great field goal spot for the Bengals.
Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Detroit Lions with 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2,
we got 2,
3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Ball right back.
In motion goes the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Standing box.
It's a gain of 34.
Running for the
And the
range.
offense is saying to itself right
Set the
now,
ball
only they
for
were
the
all
catch.
this
What if
easy
you have
because he was
3
wide
touchdowns in
open.
this game?
And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield.
Great
That was a
one.
breakdown
Great
on the
game.
defensive
Don't
side
stop
of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Run the ball. They're even running the ball. Get a stop.
Here's gone.
First down to 5. Oh, snap. Throw that ball away.
To the right side and
3rd and
incomplete.
11.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Bunch of M&M on here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back in the red zone. Added both.
Now gone.
You help your own teammate. Oh, got him.
St. Brown making the
Gotta get
catch
that
on the
first.
and he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Going for it. He said, no, man, we can't get up. We can't get. Oh, he got it. He got it.
Take it in for a Lion touchdown.
What?
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Y'all weak.
You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
5 plays there on that drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow will throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Take it. Good in motion.
Now it's Burrow.
Able to find Higgins. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Wide open receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trenton Irwin, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Three-point game again. Cincinnati gets back and forth. Cincinnati with the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Field goals, touchdowns, got sacks, got turnovers.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Stanley's returning. Short.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Throw to St. Brown. Complete on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goes to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fight for that first down.
Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Finally down
he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
play the game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run with Gibbs.
They need a touchdown.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Gibbs is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
They don't get this.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Goff.
Spring. They got the 2 hands.
This is
That's a wrap. It's game over.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every... But that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a cost.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Oh, shit.
And take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, 59 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Goff going to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Goff now to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here comes the Lions punter now. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's gone.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Goff. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again. But
oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the Lions use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
For a long time. 5 seconds left.
Here's 2nd down.
Oh.
Now Goff.
Expired.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
A flag! He caught it!
The flag comes in as that winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
That's the head.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And it is is
And the Lions won the
good.
game.
He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Lions are going to win this game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've
You've
been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.
It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from
Over
Ford
that.
Field.
BS, 19 touches for Burrow. Burrow, you trash, boy. 4 interceptions for Burrow. 17 touches for Jared Goff. Jared Goff with, I believe, 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions. 150-147. We out here. Giants and Jets, Rams and Chargers, Monday Night Football. Cowboys, Niners tonight. We out here, man. What a game. What a classic. Yeah.